Michigan coach John Beilein. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on a fabulous run to get to this point. I know it didn't end exactly the way you wanted it to. Give us a sense of what your message was to the guys after this one.
I guess it was just this didn't end the way we wanted it to end. But when you look at the whole season, there's so many highlights that this sadness that we feel right now will go away once you feel about all the great things we were able to accomplish this year. And there were some great things. I mean, I think even in middle of February, we were still like a bubble team. And all of a sudden, you're playing in a national championship game. It's just an incredible achievement by some young men that no distractions, Dave, connected. Let's just get better. And not necessarily a rah-rah type of team either. It's just one focused on just being the best basketball team we could become.
You started this game so well. You built up a 7-point lead. What was working well, and kind of where do you think it turned?
Well, I think when DiVincenzo came into the game and made those shots, those were big. I think we missed a couple foul shots there, and then we missed some open shots. I believe if I look at the video, we were more open than he was, and he made them, and it was a huge 6-point swing in there, and then they got to the 1-and-1. The other biggest thing, I think, that Duncan Robinson and Muhammad Ali being out those last 5 minutes, right, just really made a big difference for us. But those two fouls on them didn't help us.
Yeah, how much does that change your rotations in terms of the different groups that you have to play different minutes throughout the course of time with foul trouble?
That was difficult. And you know, I normally don't play anybody in the second half, but if they have two, but they made their run in the last 2 minutes. You wouldn't put a guy in, you know, with two fouls in the last 2 minutes. You take them out, and the last 2 minutes were killers. That Brunson pulled up, we backed off a little bit. He pulled up and hit the three, and DiVincenzo hit those shots, and we didn't make them at the other end. So it was just a tough end of the first half that set up a second half that turned out to be a tough first few minutes of the second half, and then the lead was a little bit almost insurmountable. They have such great guards. I mean, they're incredible guards and such experiences. Guys that are 21, 22, 23-year-olds, they're just a really good team.
Now, how much does this process of the season reinvigorate you in some way? Because this was a team that coming into the season, you didn't have it all together. You didn't have a point guard picked out. And you've developed throughout the course of the season to the point where here you're playing in the national championship game. Does that get you motivated?
Yeah, it does. It gives us all hope, I think, that if you any coach that is coaching right now, and Villanova's a great example of that, you get the right kid that is there for 2 or 3, 4 years, hopefully, and you just can win. And if they buy into develop, they're going to get better. I mean, DiVincenzo redshirted. Spellman redshirted. I mean, that's like incredible. They're not in a hurry. They value going to college. They value this experience. And look what they're celebrating. Look what we got to celebrate. And so I love this team. I love the recruits we have coming in, and we just will sort of get back next year and try to duplicate what we just did and hopefully finish it off even better.
John, you're in the midst, of course, of a fabulous career. When you reflect on this season, what will you reflect on? What will be the memory that pops into your head?
That if you really just the fact of you're persistent and you focus on a growth mindset, and it's just persistently the whole time. Today's, Dave, you haven't been there, but I will say every day, this is going to be the best practice that's ever been had. And you just keep going and going like that. And I'll see with my staff, and I'll say, I have in front of me the greatest practice plan ever. And it certainly isn't, but if you just believe that, all of a sudden, people they just grow to it. But you got to have, if you're going to do that, you got to have good, it's not just the coaching staff, you got to have good students. And these guys were great students about sacrificing their own game sometimes to the better of the team. And then everybody grows. And pretty soon you got stories like you have, like Duncan Robinson and Muhammad Ali and Mo, that they've had great careers at Michigan, and nobody probably ever thought that was going to happen.
Well, such a pleasure to cover this team. Absolutely. Congratulations on all your success, and thanks as always for being so gracious and for your time.
We love being part of the Big Ten, and being the network's tremendous, and our league is tremendous. And I think we only had 4 teams in this year. That's an anomaly. That probably will never happen again. This is going to be a great league again next year, and better than ever.
Well, congratulations on winning that league this year and on making it to this point.
Thank you.
John Beilein, the head coach of the Wolverines.